Good evening, I'm Bob Montgomery. Rick has the night off. Big night for the Irish. You just saw a massive comeback as the Notre Dame takes down Michigan. Let's get right to WSBT-22 Sports Director Pete Byrne. He's live at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Pete.
Good evening, Bob, or perhaps I should say good morning, because Friday is over, as is the first round of the NCAA tournament, and Notre Dame is moving on to the second round after a thrilling comeback against the Michigan Wolverines. They win tonight 70-63. You just saw the game right here live on WSBT-22. A tale of two halves, really, for Notre Dame. They trailed Michigan by 12 points at halftime, but Mike Brey made some fabulous adjustments at halftime, and the Irish were a much different team in the second half. End result, they outscored Michigan by 19 points in the second half, looking very much like the team we saw this year from Notre Dame, the team that beat North Carolina, the team that won at Cameron Indoor against Duke. That's the team we hadn't seen for a few weeks. They showed up tonight in the second half, and it was good enough to get them into the second round, where they will face the Cinderella of the day, Stephen F. Austin, for a trip to the Sweet 16 on Sunday, Bob.
Pete, you mentioned that tale of two halves. What do you think was that trigger that started that second half so strong for the Irish?
Two things, Bob, to answer your question. First of all, it was the defense. Notre Dame said, we heard them say today, that they needed to get out on Michigan's three-point shooters, because Michigan's one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. They didn't do a very good job of that in the first half. Michigan was 7 for 14 from the three-point line against Notre Dame's zone. So Mike Brey switched it to man-to-man in the second half, and it worked tremendously well. It not only curbed the three-point shooting, it curbed Michigan's offense in general. Notre Dame was better on defense. It led to some transition baskets on the other way, and then as Notre Dame got some easy looks, they started to heat up from the outside. V.J. Beacham, I don't have his final numbers in front of me, but he was phenomenal down the stretch for the Irish. Hit a big three to give them their first lead of the game, hit another big three to stretch the lead, and ultimately Notre Dame was able to put this away in the final minutes. And again, it was largely due to defensive adjustments leading to some easy baskets on the other end.
All right, Pete, thanks very much. The Irish live to see Sunday. Thanks.